Hi folks, Wes Penny here. Going to do a quick video on how I do the resin segmentation on some of my patterns. Your prep for this is kind of important. It's a lot easier to do it on a smooth fly rather than one that's textured. So before you wrap your wire, like if you're doing a chronomid or a scud or even a nymph pattern, complete your fly and then coat the top of it with the resin like a Thin Man or a Classic or something like that from Gulf, and then wrap the wire. So you want your wire to be on top of the resin. Once you've done that, then you're just going to take a dab of resin, not very much, no more than probably a pinhead size, and let's get some on my bodkin here. And you want to use a pretty fine bodkin, almost like a needle point rather than some of the bigger ones that are out there. So you're just going to take a small dab of resin and you're going to place it on the very top of the fly, up against the wire, right on the top, and you're just going to dab it. You don't want to touch the fly with the bodkin, you just want the resin to touch. So dab it right on the top so it kind of gets on there, and then you're going to draw down the wire and then come around to the other side and draw down. And then we'll give that a quick cure. Okay, I'll go on to the next one. So again, just a dab of resin right at the very top against the wire. Let it touch and go on there, and then draw down. And again, we'll come to the other side and draw down along the wire. Cure it again. One of the things you have to try and get a little bit used to is just how much resin to use. Again, it's going to depend on how big a pattern you're tying, but generally a pinhead size is more than enough. So we'll just touch against the wire and then draw down. Come in from the other side and draw down. Touch and draw down and draw down. The other thing you can do to make it a little bit easier is you can tip the fly up in the vise so the eye is a little bit higher, and that'll stop it from flowing forward. But you generally have more than enough time to play with the resin before it starts to run anywhere. Quick cure on these. One of the other tips that I'll give you is that I always use wire that's one size bigger than I would normally use. So if I'm tying a chronomid pattern and I would normally use a small wire, I'll up it to the brassy or BR size. Touch and draw down. The bigger wire gives you a higher profile, and it's a little easier to place the resin up against it. And draw down. So there, that's completed. Just cure everything. Again, it takes a little bit of a steady hand and a little bit of patience, but once you kind of get the hang of it, you can do it pretty quickly. But it really gives a nice segmented look to your patterns, and just something a little bit different to try. So there you get an idea of the top is raised. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that explains a little bit of how I do that, and encourages you to try it. Thanks for watching.